So you went from the A-Team, which is this big, broad action spectacle, to this,
Right.
which is very primal and sort of dark. What caused you to go in this direction?
Listen, I think that I had a lot of fun making the A-Team, but the A-Team was also something you do kind of on a necessity because the movies I wanted to make, like The Gray and Killing Pablo and White Jazz and so on, they're not necessarily the most commercial films in the world. So yeah, I think at some point it's like, in order for me to make a film like this, it became necessary to make a film like the A-Team to kind of, I don't know, just to remain, bankable or keep your name out in the ether, what have you. So, but this is always kind of, I'm a hell of a lot more this movie as opposed to the A-Team. And I take nothing away from the A-Team, but they're fundamentally different experiences. This one is very, very close to my heart and something I think it's my best film and a walkover, But it's also, like anything, hopefully you get better with what you do, and you're more in control of your craft, and you should make better movies,
You insisted a lot on authenticity, so you shot everything in the frigid cold.
Yeah.
Is there a sort of a perverse thrill in putting all of these actors through that?
No. I think the thrill comes in that when you start to kind of recognize it more as an adventure and less as a filmmaking endeavor. You know what I mean? That you're out there sharing this. There's a very communal thing that takes place. There's very kind of fraternal brotherhood that develops. And I think, listen, you ask any of these guys, I think they have a closeness with each other from this film that I don't think would carry over in a lot of other experiences, because it was just that. It was an absolute experience to kind of make this movie. So, I think it's like that those things are very important to me. That you need that the sense of the primal is a direct result of kind of the way in which we chose to make this movie, which is not fake it and not make it inauthentic and make everybody, myself included, pay for it a little bit. You know what I mean?
Well, and there aren't a lot of films like this that are sort of that uncompromising.
Right. Well, I think too, it's like I didn't want people to leave the theater and then just kind of forget about the movie. I think if anything, the discussions I've had with people about the film, there's this wonderful kind of at least intellectual discussion that takes place that's bigger than just that was really scary or that made me jump or that was it's like hopefully people go in and expect one thing and they get something else out of it, and it's something that sticks with them. That's all I want. I just want the movie to play longer than the 2 hours you watched it.
Yeah, and another thing I like about it is, like, in lieu of all these sort of bullshit sort of survival shows that are on TV and stuff like that, this seems like a much more authentic story of survival sort of amidst the elements. I mean,
I think like and I love like Man vs. Wild, like the Bear Grylls thing. It's like, but at the same time, I'm still aware of the presence of a cameraman, and therefore there's a camera crew, and therefore there's a support staff, and therefore somebody's got, it's like, so at least in this, I tried to really throw them in something that was completely kind of elemental and hostile, and we didn't fake any of that stuff, especially post plane crash. You're seeing that's a real environment with real wind and real snow and like I said, I think it adds to the veracity of the whole thing.